的话，通常都是给那个射手高分，对，要不然的话你就要用那个放。Thank you.
Ex-president.
Extra.
No extra. Ex. That's meaning former.
All right. I said I told him it's a former. So we work on the cooperation. Very nice.
Yes,
I think
yes,
too.
I think yes.
Everything is what same steps.
Yes.
It's good person.
This must be.
Writing.
如果积分本上有错误的话，
It's not 8.
不是8。
I cancel with a red pen.
我的冠军在这儿。哎呀。
スタートナンバーどっちに書けば20、僕24ですけど。
091569，可是我刚拨，他说这个停止使用。
おはようございます。
We had 2 crossbows, more 2 crossbows, but
I know.
the thing is that
I know.
systems are not leaving the
Yeah, last night, this morning, 1 o'clock, I opened my computer. I saw.
不行的话，可能就又有线的拉过来，因为无线那个可能是死角。对啊。
我不知道，糟糕了，他们就说这样。
Outside, there's a machine. Do you have box?
Why not? Please you come to India, sir. Next year when I am orange.
오픈 대사이. 이놈아 내리치고. 이해할게 뭐야. 마이크 치고 그냥 마이크 치고.
तुम्हाला माहिती आहे का अख्ख्या जगात आहे ना सगळ्यात चांगली इंग्लिश कुठला देश बोलतो
All of you, just a member of Asian Craftsman Confederation, if all of you, my friends, come to Taiwan and the Republic of China. Today, I want to announce that the meeting is open, and then we can know each other, and you introduce yourself. It's okay? 要不要他们先？啊 ，OK。我想他们先介绍一下吧，我还是介绍一下，好不好？We first of all to introduce a new member of the Asian Craftsman Confederation. Mr. How to pronounce this word? C.A. Templey, Junior Templey, the General Secretary, Mr. C.A. Templey. I said Junior. Oh, I don't know the name, but nobody give me real name. Okay, how about you just introduce yourself, please?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Oh, turn on this.
Hello. A very good evening to everybody. I am Omar Kasim Tamboli, son of Mr. C.A. Tambolu, who is the president of Indian Crossbow, and I am working over there as a general secretary. Due to some reason, he is not here. The NOC is not provided by the government over there, so therefore he has suggested me to just you go over there, come here and just participate in the championship. And feeling great over here to be the part of such a big event, the 6th Asian Crossbow Championship, and happy to meet Miss Perlu and also Miss Ning. Thank you.
Thank you. And the Mr. Agua, would you please introduce yourself? Say something? No? No? I am the Josh Agua. There's Agua. Okay? Comes from Mongolia, the vice president of the Mongolian Crossbow Confederation. We call him Agwa, just Agwa.
Thank you. My name is Agwan, Mongolian Crossbow Confederation President.
谢谢 Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. The TK member of the Asian Crossbow Confederation, Mr. Sukiyama-san, is our best friend. The interform, the very on time, just final everything correct. So thank you. Thank the team of from the Japan. Sukiyama-san, say something. My English is not so good. Okay. It doesn't matter. My English is not so well. Your English, it's okay. Doesn't matter. We are friends. 我在说。他们介绍。
皆さんこんばんは。
こんばんは。
こんばんは。My name is Yoshiaki Sugiyama from Japan. I have nothing to report.
It's okay, my mother only wants you to introduce yourself to everybody, so new member will know who you are, that's all.
But I speak Japanese. Can you translate? No?
No, sorry.
Okay.
Hong Kong.
Yeah. Welcome from Hong Kong. My colleague is Sammy Tam. He's the financial controller for the Hong Kong Crossbow Association. We formed the Crossbow Association in Hong Kong for about 20 years already. So far, we have at the very beginning we have over 100 members. After some circumstances, like the government want make the license for those crossbow. So the membership is reduced from 100 something down to 20. But now we still very keen on the crossbow. We still shooting the crossbow every month. Yeah. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The name, let's say, introduce your company name, your partner, what the name?
Oh, Sammy Tam. Sammy Tam means.
Hello, my name is Stan Lam. I'm from Hong Kong.
Thank you. Formally, I want to welcome all of you to Taiwan, Republic of China, and to attend this 6th Asian Crossbow General Assembly. It has been well since we met last time in Mongolia, I think. I am very happy to see you, all of you, and spend the time with you in the championships one more time. Since I have some problems with my soul, I asked the ICC General Secretary, Dr. Ning Melman, to chair this meeting on my behalf. Okay, Ning, please.
Okay. I'm Ning Melman, General Secretary of the Asian Crossbow Championship. My mother asked me to chair. And we have here a very simple agenda, so I won't keep anybody any longer, so we're gonna go very fast.
Monday.
If you have any question, just stop me and anytime, and I'll repeat whatever I said. So I think we already took our attendance because everyone introduced oneself. That's wonderful. And the next part is reports. And President Herbin already wrote her report. It's printed here. And she asked me to read her report to you. Her report is inside this particular booklet. She asked me to read it, so I'm gonna read it. Ladies and gentlemen, President of the member countries of ACC. First, on behalf of the Asia Crossbow Confederation, I would like to welcome the new ACC member from nation, India. I hope that India will become an active member of ACC in the coming years. I had been working with Vietnam for some time. Vietnam is in the process of joining the ACC. I want to explain the reason why the 6th Asian Crossbow Championships in 2001 takes place in Taiwan. Based on decision during the 5th ACC General Assembly in 2003, which was held in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, Korea would be the hosting country of the 6th Asia Crossbow Championships. Taiwan held the 1st and the 3rd ACC Championship, and Australia hosted the 2nd, and Japan held the 4th ACC, and Mongolia hosted the 5th ACC. As a result, Korea promised to host the 6th Asian Crossbow Championships. However, Mr. James Young of the Korea Crossbow Association has not given us any response despite repeated inquiries. We also contacted the Korean Ministry of Foreign Affairs and learned that Mr. Young was running the Council of Seoul City and he could not be reached. Australia and New Zealand, who left IAU and established a new crossbow federation themselves, also left the ACC. Because of its financial problem and the lack of members, their new crossbow federation has stopped the competition. Some member countries are applying to rejoin the IAU. Mongolia appeared to the IAU for hosting the 6th Asian Championship. Unfortunately, this request could not be fulfilled since the ACC regulation stipulates that one country cannot hold the Asia Crossbow Championships consecutively. In addition, the number of participating ACC member nations did not reach to 5 since Korea and Hong Kong could not participate. My country will not attend because the competition results from the shooters would be considered unofficial and could not be admitted if there were not at least 5 participating nations. Because of the above reasons, no Asia Crossbow Championships has been held for 8 years. With the new ACC member India and the subsidies I have provided to the member countries, the Asia Crossbow Championship is now being held again. My wish for the competition is for the shooters to learn from and exchange experience with the top-ranked shooters. Because of my age and health issues, I have decided to step down and would like to give my place to a person who is active in the crossbow field and who has held competitions before. As for the financial issues and membership fee and the source of shooters, we hope that the member nations can bring up constructive suggestions. I know that it is difficult to raise funds for the expenditure of the future competitions, and we may not be able to support the ACC. I will consult with the General Administration of Sport of China for its interest in supporting the ACC. I suggest that we give ourselves 1 year to find a country that is willing to support the Asian Crossbow Confederation and the future competitions. Membership fee. After 2001, we have stopped collecting the membership fee for ACC. I have personally provided financial support to the running of ACC operations since 1992. However, for the future development, you may think about starting to collect the fee again. The Executive Committee and the General Assembly should make this decision. Website of the ACC. Many ACC documents, photos, and discs were stored in a box. Unfortunately, they were destroyed by typhoons and the rainstorm, and now I'm collecting information gradually for the next president and to build an ACC website. The end. Thank you. So that's ACC President's report. The most important thing is, number one, ACC President Hebing is going to step down. She's going to retire. Number two, ACC will need a new president, and ACC will think about the financial resources for the coming years. I think that's 2 very important points for the Asian Crossbow Confederation. And the next item is for Vice President's report from Japan. No report. Okay. Another Vice President is Mr. James Young from Korea. He's absent, and he didn't send any report either. The next item is financial report from 2001 to present, and I'm supposed to do the report. Since we have not collected any fees, so there's really no report. But Pearl Hebing asked me to provide a report with regarding the funding of the 6 Asian Crossbow Championships and also the ROC Centennial Cup, the funding. She basically provided subsidies, airplane subsidies to several people. One is for the IAU judges and officers, like the international judges and the IAU General Secretary. She provided airplane tickets, 100%. And also airplane tickets for the Asian countries like Mongolia, India, and Hong Kong. Each 3 shooters. For Mongolia is 50%. For India, 60% since you are the new member. And for Hong Kong, 60% for 3 shooters. For the European top shooters, she provided airplane tickets subsidies for 4 top shooters, 60%. 1 for German, 1 for Swiss, and 1 for Croatia, and 1 for France. In terms of subsidies for the hotels, she provided hotel accommodations for international judges and the Asian country presidents of the associations. It has to be the presidents or the designated presidents of the organizations. Since the president of Japan didn't come, so no funding was provided for accommodation. And in India, you were designated, you were sent by the organization with a letter. And Mongolia was also sent by the president, so you have the letters designate you as the president of the organizations. So the accommodations will be provided, but you need to share a room with another person. Same with Hong Kong, right? And you need to share with another person. For the shooters in India's, for the shooters, 60%. I think that was agreement, if we are not mistaken.
Hong Kong and Mongolia.
No, it's for 2 rooms, right? For India, 2 rooms, right? Right. For Hong Kong's 2 rooms as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we need to do, for all the subsidies, like airplane subsidies, we need the receipts. And then whatever the Hong Kong money or Indian money will do the exchange rate and pay you in New Taiwan dollars. But we do need the receipt from you, alright? And we'll figure that one out. We'll let you know. We'll make appointment to see you and then settle up with the funding issues, right? And we thank Japan for being able to help yourself and not counting on the ACC or Mrs. Pearlhood to subsidize you. Okay. So that's basically the financial reports from me. Thank you. We put on the agenda, we want to know if, since President Pearlhood is going to retire, and we need to think about whether we want to talk about the annual fee or not. If you want to talk, there are several choices. Talk about it or not talk about it. So there are only 2 choices. You want to talk about it now, or you don't want to talk about it. Or we'll wait until we have a president to talk about it. So, or do we have any other suggestions? Two choices. Talk about it or postpone. Postpone not to talk about it. Wait until we have new president.
I would say postpone.
Postpone. We have one proposal. Postpone. Yeah. All for it. Raise your hand. Postpone it. 1, 2.
Sorry. I don't understand postpone.
Postpone meaning not to talk about it, meaning delay it, meaning wait until next time, until we have a new president. So.
新しい会長について、ここで話し合いをするか、今話さずに先に行くかという誰かがなるって言ったら、それはそれで OK ですか。それも力はこうとですから。今は決めなくてもいいんでしょう。
To wait?
Delay.
Delay. Okay, delayed. So 2 delay, 3 delay, that's a majority. Okay, it's passed, we'll delay. 不太，也不在，我都不太。Great. Okay, now the next item, we're gonna talk about Asian crossbow, position for Asian crossbow president. Pro is going to retire after this. So we need an acting president. Usually is the vice president. Okay, you will act, you will be acting president of Asian Crossbow Confederation, right? Acting. Acting meaning. She is retiring. That's it. She doesn't do it anymore. No, you don't want to act. Không要带，他不愿意带会长，他不带会长。Do we? Okay. Mr. Sukiyama-san is the vice president, and he does not want to be an acting president of the ACC. So, what we have to do is we need to find an acting ACC. At the same time, we need to find a president for Asian Crossbow Confederation. Pearl suggests that we give ourselves 1 year to find a person to do it. But for now, we need somebody as a point of contact. So let's talk about president. First, I think we need to consider people here, who wants to volunteer to be the president of Asian Crossbow Confederation. Do we have any volunteers, or do we have any nominations?
No sound. No sound.
Okay.
Another way,别的方式，我们去找，我们给他们机会去找 ，give them the chance to looking for a new president. I give it the period 1 year, mostly 1 year, maybe half year. Everybody to looking for a new president. It's okay.
Yes. I think I'm not sure. For me, for the Hong Kong, we had the lack of the manpower, lack of financial, lack the time. So I think we are difficult to be a chairman of that. I'm not sure the other country. But for my thinking, Pearl is one of the most distinguished person. She still has a very strong. She got the talent to organize Asian Crossbow Association, Crossbow Association. So I think she's still one of my respected chairman here.
就是那个还是像说做会长的意思，才是你还是最有能力的会长什么的，就是你得可以不要看他。
You know, my age is 84 years old, but just past the 84 years old, added 9 days. I just passed the birthday. I called that 85 years old, but my health not so good. My money spent off, so I think if someone like to be the president, if I still alive, I will help you. Did a volunteer, okay? If my health is good, I like to be the volunteer to help the ACC. I mean, how about Japan looking someone, okay? Kakawa-san,
Can you
looking for someone?
I don't know.
The suggestion here is we all give ourselves 1 year to find a new Asian Crossbow Confederation president. 1 year. And then if you don't have any objections, Pearl will reach out to a friend of hers in China. In China, Mr. Wei, who is affiliated with their sports,
General Association, General Report Association.
他是什么？中文是什么？
他是中国体育运动协会的前任秘书长，前任会长。
Is a former president of the Chinese sports association. So she'll reach out to her to see him to see if he will be willing to serve as the president of the Asian Crossbow Confederation. So she's gonna try that, and I think each country should look for a president for the Asian Crossbow Confederation. That is the proposal on the table. So that is the proposal. Proposal is 1 year for everybody, each member nation to look for somebody, make a proposal. And she will also try to find somebody from China. And then that will be it. The question right now, okay, let's say this is the proposal. Is this a good proposal or not? If you all agree, then let's vote on it. Okay. If you don't agree, let's raise your hand. Shall we vote? Shall we vote?
One more thing may I ask?
Okay.
So, Ms. Open, Ms. Pearl Ho is the Taiwan Crossbow Association chairman, right? What about the Taiwan Crossbow vice chairman?
他说你是台湾人的十字弓协会的主席，是不是？
哪个？
你。
Yes, I'm an honorary president.
对，他说，那么那个台湾的副主席呢？台湾十字弓协会副主席可不可以代理会长这职务？
the vice president not in Taiwan, not in Taiwan.
他在哪儿？
他们没有用啊，副会长啊。
他说他的意思就是要副会长来代理的会长的位置吧？台湾的那个。
他不愿意。
他不愿意。
不愿意。他们都
Doesn't want to.
they doesn't like to offer the financial. Because
It's a financial support, that's the most
yeah.
important thing.
And another way, Taiwan is just the financial from the government and a little, just like this time, only give us yuan, European one.
到底多少钱
？1万块的。
1万什么？
块的Euro money。
1万是
1万块钱欧元嘛。
10,000 euro.
Yeah.
Taiwan government only
So government never give you
for
a lot of the support. I mean, and this is controlled. The equipment is controlled by the government. So many the members. It's so difficult to too troublesome with that. So no shooting range, no money, no coaches, such like that. Very difficult. Even Taiwan Association, they vote my son. I see, he lived in Japan, never back. Very few times to back to Taiwan. He said, doesn't matter. We need you, need me. I said, I'm old, very old. Just your son pay the money, and you work for your son. Just a job. Just always, it's a job. Everybody just give my son vote 2 times. So they say what? We don't want you go away. I say I will be a volunteer. It's okay. They say yes, volunteer. You just work for the association. Your son pay the money, but actually my son, they don't have. He doesn't have so much money to offer the association. Just me. I just pay the money. So I think I'm so old. I must retire. So many years.
Okay.
That's all. That's
Thank
all.
you. Thank you. So it's not working out. Vice President, Vice
那么我
Chairman.
去还是去找一找，大家找一找 ，OK？
Shall we vote on this thing now? And we give ourselves 1 year and look for a new president. And then after 1 year, you'll send the material to somebody, right? Suggestions to somebody who wants to be a volunteer. 看你找到的话是谁？要寄消息要寄给谁吗？
明年对 ，OK， 明年我想3、4月我去北京。
你3、4月去北京，那他们也要找到的话，那个东西
找到那就好了，我们就会
他们要跟谁联络？这个事情要有一个人联络。
他跟我联络没有关系。
OK。
他们找到我立刻就，我就不要找了，停止。
Okay. She says she'll be the POC if you have any nomination for the next president. She'll be the POC. So a year from now, that means by November the 22nd next year, November 22nd, 2012.
给他们半年吧。
1年嘛，1年找会长嘛。
OK。
你如果找得到更早更好嘛，对不对 ？OK, November 就是1年，就是2012年11月22号。
好。
Okay, 1 year, and Pearl will be the POC for this effort. Is POC 他们找到那个通信。All right. Okay. So this one, do we have any questions for 4.2?
Next one.
Next one, okay. Proposal for the 7th Asian Crossbow Championship. Do we have any proposal? The 7th 4.3, proposal for the 7th Asian Crossbow Championship. Do we have any from any country?
Other one, do you want to running the championships in the Ulaanbaatar again?
Okay.
Junior Assembly, would you please tell your daddy, say, Asian Crossbow Championships, next time, 7th Asian Crossbow Championship in India. All of the member nations like to go to India. It's okay?
Yes, maybe.
All right.
He suggested me for the next event. So
Maybe.
maybe yes.
2 years, 2年一次。
In 2
We
years.
are interested in it.
Okay, you're interested in it. Okay, India is in. 他说他有兴趣. India is interested in it. He'll talk with the president of the organization for 2000. It will be in 2020.
你要告诉他，另外一个规定，他办过了这个会，他们就可以新会员也可以找当会长。
他办过了那个。
他办过亚洲锦标赛，他有资格就做会长。
Once you host a championship, then the president of the Crossbow Association can be the president of the Asian Crossbow Confederation. Has the qualification to become the president of the Asian Crossbow Confederation. Okay. So you'll consider, right? Okay, great. And you'll let Pearl know at this time. Right. She's a POC. Okay, great.
It's okay, pass.
Asian Crossbow development, getting new members. As in Pearl's report, Vietnam is in the process of becoming the new member of the Asian Crossbow Confederation. And it is her opinion that looking for a new member is everyone's business.
We know another nation is Kazakhstan. How to spell that? Kazakhstan. I don't know how to spell that.
Yeah.
It's IAU new member last year. This time I gave him the invitation letter and all of these just invitation materials, but no response. I can passing a letter to give to the Kazakhstan, be a new member. I visited Vietnam. The 选美 Mrs. just a beauty contest
Mrs.
of
World.
Mrs. World in Vietnam. So that's time I go to with Ning Ning. That time is a judge. So we go to Vietnam. We did the Olympic game with the vice president of the Vietnam. So this Mr. Wang, Professor Wang, he promised to join the Asian Crossbow, the member be a Asian Crossbow Confederation. Oh, I want to talk to him, and he promised to come to Taiwan, but nothing. I'm waiting. So I hope developing Asian Crossbow Confederation is very easy, but not really easy. So that's it's my hope. Hope is getting better like that. Okay.
So I guess you all will have to set a goal to find new nations. So we should all do that ourselves. It's not just one person's effort. It should be everyone's effort. Okay, I think that's basically it. The last item is activity survey of the members of Asian Crossbow Confederations. There's a form in here. This is the survey form. I guess it's in you don't have it. It's at the back page of this.
Until now, in the Asia Crossbow Confederation, each time I give anybody the form, I try to know about the member nations, what kind of activities in your country, but no response. This time I think that I retired. Maybe I should know something. Just felt this truly activities and the member of your nations, the boys, girls, men, or something like that. This is a very detailed the paper. The question, not really question, narrow paper. What kind is can be?
I'm sorry?
就是你叫它这种什么东西
Survey.
？Just a survey, only survey.
Just survey.
I hope everybody to fill this one. Maybe take it back to your country, your association, and email me and fax to me. It's okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, great. And okay, that's all. These are all items we plan to talk about. So do we have other business?
Say something.
Do you have
Even
any-
English not so well, it doesn't matter.
So
My
let's
business.
start with Hong Kong. Do you have any other things to say? No, okay. Do you have anything to add? No. How about Japan? Nothing to add? How about India? Do you have anything to add to the meeting? No, okay. Welcome to the 6th World Championship. It's wonderful to have you here. It's great.
The last one.
Yes.
I would like to thank you, Pearl.
Oh,
She
you're
had
welcome.
She had put a lot of effort to the Asia Crossbow Championship in this thing. Yeah, give her a big hand.
Thank you so much.
If there's no other business, I'm gonna say the meeting is closed, it's concluded.
Okay.
Another thing is we ordered a box dinner for all of you. And I didn't realize it closed so early, so if you can wait a little bit, the dinner will be delivered, okay? Thank you
Our
very much.
team, the meeting very easy because we don't prepare the translator this time because in Taoyuan I'm looking for 3 times the university Nankai, Mingchuan, everywhere the professors. I have class. I don't have time to go out. I'm looking for the travel agent. Hey, which guy can speak Japanese? Which guy can speak the Mongolian the language? No one answer. Even Japanese very easy, but they don't have any lessons. Only the university students, just a first class, the students. They say, I don't know about the crossbow much. I just a kind of language, usually, normally language, refuse me, make me sad. In here, not my field, in Tainan, everything's okay, but in here, wow, difficult for me. So I must feel so sad. Oh, what's wrong, Taoyuan? No people, no volunteer. Now everything you must pay the money, hire the workers very high in here.
A dinner that will be delivered, dinner box will be delivered in about 5 to 10 minutes. Should give me 5 to 10 minutes, should be here. Thank you so much.
我本来让他到餐馆。
人家很累了，看到他快睡着了。
Charles。
老师，我们可以帮你们大家一起拍一张照片。
Okay,
We have a picture taken. Let's have a
we
picture.
take a picture here. We're standing here and behind the table for.
潘老师这里就好，这里就可以。
这个不好看，
这里
会不好看呢？
我们在前面不好。
没关系，这里 OK。OK, no problem.
Take it away. Hold this flags in the hand.